Hi and welcome back to my series Folklore Deep Dive, this series in which we take one subject within folklore and talk about it for one straight month. And this month we're going to be talking about anything that has to do with sea and water. And what better way to start than to actually start with the sirens. Well, I don't know what you think about when you hear the word siren, but I think about like a half fish, half woman kind of thing, a typical mermaid. Thing is, however, that's not how they were originally talked about. No. Story goes that, it's originally from Greek mythology, so you know that a lot of stories are going to be intertwined. So, story goes that there were nymphs playing in the forest with Persephone. Well, Persephone was taken by Hades to go down to the underworld, and Persephone's mother, Demeter, was angry at the nymphs for letting that happen. She thought that they should have done more, so she cursed them. They got the body of a bird, they kept their own heads, and, they were cursed. They flew out and were often found near or by the sea, and they would sing their songs. And their songs were, just like in the story of Sirin and Alknost, that song had a sort of magical power. It would lure the listener in. That's what it did. So whenever sailors passed them by at sea and they heard their songs, they would literally lose their mind, lose control of the ship, and the ship would strand and, they would sink and drown, all those horrible things. It was really rather dangerous to come across a siren, but there were some ways to actually, overpower them. So there is a story about Orpheus, who managed to overpower the singing of the sirens with his own singing voice. And there is a story of a man, and I forgot his name, I will put it up here, who actually managed to listen to their song and not go insane. He had commanded that the other shipmates would fill their ears with wax so they wouldn't be able to hear anything, and that they tie him up to the mast of the ship, and that no matter what, he was to be tied up. And that's how he survived the lure of the Song of the Sirens. Nowadays, of course, we see sirens more as the mermaids kind of thing, and I don't really know where that comes from, but I thought it was really interesting that the creature that we usually associate with water and sea is actually half a bird.